Good afternoon to one and all. How are you all doing? Just confirm whether I'm properly audible and visible to all of you so that we can nicely start with today's session. Yes, I think I'm nicely audible and visible to all of you. Very good afternoon, friends. A warm welcome to Zest Learning. Zest means enthusiasm. So, enthusiasm for learning where it blossoms, that is Zest Learning. And I'm your tax mentor, CA Pratik Vinay Neve. I have been dealing with taxes from past 15 years, and I thought that, let us crystallize this experience and let us bring indirect taxes for CA final in the most simple and lucid manner. And this is our session number 5. I hope all of you have followed earlier sessions very well. In fact, yesterday we started computation of assessable value, that is value of supply, because in GST, the taxable event is supply. All of you know the scope of supply is discussed in section 7 of CGST Act. Section 9 says that on intrastate supply of goods or services or both, there shall be charged what? There shall be charged CGST. And of course, SGST Act says there shall be charged SGST also. And UTGST Act says there shall be charged UTGST. In short, on intrastate supply, there is a charge of CGST plus SGST. On interstate supply, there is a charge of IGST. Everything depends on supply. And further, Section 9 says that the rate of GST will be as notified, and this rate of GST will be applicable on what? This rate of GST will be applicable on value as computed under section 15 of CGST Act. That value we are discussing. So I hope you understood what exactly we are doing. So value we are discussing. So on this value, on this assessable value, you can compute GST at the rate notified. Okay. So yes, Indrajit ji, I am very good. I am very good. I am very doing very well. I am very happy to bring indirect taxes for CA final. So friends, section 15, subsection 1, assessable value shall be transaction value, that is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both, where supplier and recipient of supply is not related to each other and price is sole consideration. That is your 15.1. What is 15.2? What this value will include? So what this value will include? Given in section 15.2. A. Taxes other than GST. In short, GST you have to include or exclude. So of course you have to exclude GST. And municipal taxes, then some taxes like road taxes, all these taxes will be included. You have to include any taxes other than GST. Then B clause, you have to include any amount incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier, include any incidental expenses like transport, insurance, packing, designing and engineering, etc. As per D clause, include interest, late fees, penalty. And as per E clause, please include what? As per E clause, please include subsidies linked to the price of the goods other than central government and state government subsidy. In short, central government, state government subsidies you exclude, and NGO subsidy, charitable trust subsidy, etc. you include. Have you all followed till this point? Have you subscribed to the channel? Have you hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any important sessions on this channel? So Ashimaji, everything clear till this point? And 15.3 discount. Which discount you should exclude? You should exclude A clause, discount which is given before or at the time of supply, provided it is recorded in the invoice, and B clause, discount which is given after supply, but the condition to be satisfied is that two conditions are to be satisfied. One, rather three conditions. the terms of the discount should exist at the time of supply, and then um, the discount should be relatable to the invoice. And lastly, what happens? Lastly, input tax credit as is attributable to the discount is reversed by recipient of supply. So yes, yesterday we had gone in depth of all these points. In fact, we had solved two questions also. Have you followed those two questions? Answer of one of that you only gave to me. Okay. And that was a CA final question. And even from here, first question we had solved. So we will solve 1 to 2 more questions and conclude this issue of 15.1 to 15.3. And as promised, today we have to go to 15.4. Okay, 15.4 is going to be interesting. It is going to be the rules of value of supply. Okay, those rules discussed from rule number 27 to 35 of CGST rules. Okay, so you did not do it at all at intermediate level. So purely they are at your final level. Okay, so you will enjoy doing them 27 to 35 of CGST rules. In short, when you can't calculate AV as TV, when you can't calculate AV as per 15.1, you do the valuation as per rules. Okay, clear. So anyways, we will go there. But before that, let's tackle 1 or 2 more questions on the issue which we have discussed till this point. Shall we? Have you? May I? Yes, sir. Question number 2. From following information, determine value of taxable supply as per provisions of section 15 of CGST Act. Ready now for the question number 2? Yes, sir. Value of machine, how is it given? It is given including GST. Okay, it is 15 lakhs. That's the starting point. This invoice value includes the following. Your task is simple. You will tell following figures will be included or excluded. Taxes other than GST. Taxes other than GST should be included as per 15(2)(a). Next, what will you do with payment and loading charges? They also seem to be incidental to supply, because unless you weigh the goods and you load the goods, you cannot calculate the value, you cannot supply the goods. So it is 15(2)(c), incidental expense include consultancy charges in relation to pre-installation planning. Same thing, 15(2)(c), testing charges, same thing, 15(2)(c). If see these things are not done, your machine cannot become ready. Okay, inspection charges, 15(2)(c). So from taxes to this point, all of them are inclusions. Do you agree with me? All of them are inclusions, and it's already given that they are included in this 15 lakhs. So can I say they should have been included and they are already included, so no effect? Yes, sir, no effect. Now what will you do? Yes, now what will you do with other information? Subsidy received from central government. It's a central government subsidy. You know that it should be excluded. Okay, and it's always assumed that given price will be after subsidy. Okay, it will be after subsidy, means you have already deducted 51,000. If you have already deducted 51,000 and it has to be deducted, so no effect. Is it clear to all of you? And I've told you thumb rule also, that subsidies, okay, linked to the price of the goods other than central and state government subsidies, you will add, and central and state government subsidies you will neglect. So you will neglect it. And lastly, subsidy received from third party. Friends, what will you do with third party subsidy which is for timely supply of the machine? So because of this, your price has gone down because you must have already deducted it, but it should not have been deducted because it is supposed to be included. So what you will do, you will add this 50,000. Correct or not? 15 lakh is of course after subtracting 51,000 and 50,000, but 50,000 should not have been subtracted. So you will add it back and no effect for 51,000. Very good. I can see Ashima ji giving absolutely correct answer. So very good. That means you have understood this. And finally, trade discount actually allowed. It's a discount which is actually allowed and shown separately in the invoice. So it is a discount of 15,3A, that is discount given before or at the time of supply. So discount given before or at the time of supply and recorded in the invoice, you can minus it. Please tell me, you will minus this 24,000. So please subtract this 24,000 and tell me what happens. Yes, I hope I am properly audible and visible. Yes. So after subtracting that 24,000, how much you get? So 15 lakh plus 50,000 minus 24,000. How much you are getting? Yes, how much you are getting? Please let me know how much you are getting. 15 lakh plus 50,000 minus 24,000. Yes, Ashima ji. Let me know. Okay. No, 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 no. I think some calculation issue. Ashima ji, just check again. 15 lakh plus 50,000 minus 24,000. Did you get the point? Check again. 15 lakh plus 50,000 minus 24,000. So what figure you are getting? Yes, so I'll tell you. You are getting 15 lakh 26,000. Are you getting 15 lakh 26,000? So 15 lakh 26,000 which you are getting, it is equal to 112 because it includes GST of 12%. So what is 12? Calculate 12. So you will do 15 lakh 26,000 into 12 divided by 112. Are you getting 1 lakh 63,500? So 1 lakh 63,500 you will minus from 15 lakh 26,000 and that will be your final answer. Please minus 163,500. Yes. So what is your final answer? That is accessible value. Did you understand, all of you? Shall we go ahead and do the calculation? Yes, 13 lakh 62,500 is your final answer. Very good. Well done. Let's go ahead and solve this. So this is your, is this your question number 3? Means question number 2 actually, from value of supply. So write down question number 2 from value of supply. Okay. Give the heading computation of accessible value that is transaction value under section 15 of CGST Act. Did you give this heading, all of you? So go ahead. Particulars and amount in terms of rupees. Amount in terms of rupees. Okay. A point, what will you call it? You will call it contracted value of supply of goods. Contracted value of supply of goods. So what is contracted value of supply of goods? Are you getting it as 11 lakhs? No, it's not 11 lakhs. It is 15 lakhs. It is actually machine. Or you can say price of machine, whatever. It's okay. It is 15 lakhs. Then you go ahead and you say add. What will you add? You are adding subsidy. Which subsidy? Subsidy received from third party. So what is subsidy received from third party? So that is 50,000. 3 point less discount given before. Is it before supply? Yes. Discount given before supply. Basically, it is your trade discount. So what's the amount of trade discount? Amount of trade discount is 24,000. Subtract it, get D point. Therefore, you can say transaction value, but that is including GST. So what is your transaction value including GST? Do 15 lakh 50,000 minus 24,000. Are you getting 15 lakh 26,000? E point less GST, which is at 12%. So what you will do, 15 lakh 26,000 into 12 by 112. How much you told me? 1 lakh 63,500. Please subtract it and get therefore accessible value. Can you tell me what is accessible value? So is accessible value 13 lakh 62,000 500. Did you all get it? Ashima, did you get it? Get the answer? 13 lakh 62,500. As you get it, say D in the chat window so that we can go to the notes part. Yes, wonderful. Go to the notes part. First note, as per section 15(1) of CGST Act 2017, assessable value shall be transaction value, that is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both, where supplier and recipient of supply are not related and price is sole, means only consideration for such supply. Is the point absolutely clear to all of you? The first note. Second note. Now going to second note, friends. What is second note for? You have added the subsidy. So can you say that this is note 2? So for subsidy, what you can say? Which section, subsection, clause for subsidy? So as per section 15, subsection 2, inclusion, clause E of CGST Act 2017, transaction value shall include any subsidies which are linked to what? Which are linked to price of goods or services, but other than specifically central government and state government subsidies. Clear, all of you? Full stop. Therefore, continue. It is presumed that given price of rupees 15 lakh is, of course, after subsidies. After subsidies means after deducting subsidies. Therefore, no effect for government subsidy. Therefore, no effect for government subsidy, as already excluded. As already excluded. Is it 100% clear to all of you? Yes, sir. Discount. Can we say that for discount? It is note number 3. So, section 15, subsection 3, clause A of CGST Act states that states that transaction value shall not include any discount which is given before or at the time of supply or at the time of supply and recorded in the invoice. Is the point absolutely clear to all of you? Shall we go ahead, guys? And then fourth note will be for what? Your fourth note will be for GST. Fourth note will be for subtracting GST. So you will say, as per section 15, subsection 2, clause A of CGST Act, transaction value shall, last note as I told you is for GST, transaction value shall include any taxes, but other than GST. Yes or no? Therefore, GST amount is EV of rupees 15 lakh 26,000 is including GST. Did you all guys follow this? And do you agree that one more note has to be written? What is that one more note about? Can you guess? Let me see. And yes, for getting good marks for proper presentation, writing all these notes is mandate in the exam. What do you think that last note is about? What? So that, and by the way, one more point I want to tell you here, no effect for this taxes other than GST because it's already included. Did you understand? No effect for taxes other than GST as it is already included. Did you get the point? Yes. And now comes fifth note. So you were going to tell me fifth note is for what? So fifth note is for items of 15 to C. Is it clear? So as per section 15 to C of CGST Act 2017, transaction value shall include any expenses which are okay. Therefore, payment, consultancy, testing, inspection, therefore, payment charges, consultancy, testing, and inspection in relation to machine shall be included, in the assessable value. Full stop. Continue. Since they are already included, no effect, for the same. Friends, did you get it? Shall we go ahead? Say D in the chat window as you complete it. We'll go to the next question. The second last one from 15 1 to 3 series. But I'll be waiting for your D in the chat window. Friends, time is just flying. Already 30 minutes in this class. Next. I want you to do this question. It's second question, but from self-assessment. K, a trader, provides following information. Value of supply of goods if payment is made by 20 Jan. If payment is made by 20 Jan, value of supply of goods is 6 lakhs. Interest for delayed payment of consideration if payment is made after 20 Jan but before 20 Feb, 25,000. You have to determine the value of supply if payment is received by K on 5th Feb. So will interest apply? Yes, sir, because there is a delay in payment, because payment is made after 20 Jan, but it is done before 20 Feb. So interest applicable will be rupees 25,000. So can you tell me what shall be the assessable value? Purposefully I am covering this question. I want to carry few facts, few takeaways are there from this question. So tell me what is the assessable value? Very good. 6,25,000. But under what assumption? There is one very important assumption, behind 625 being correct answer. Three questions we have solved till now. In all three questions, there was specific instruction given to you. That given price was including GST or excluding GST, isn't it? In this question, is such instruction given? What about 6 lakh? What about 25,000? Is it including GST or excluding GST? Absolutely nothing is mentioned. So can we assume that it is excluding GST? If you give the answer of 6,25,000, your answer is correct. But it is with the assumption that it is excluding GST. Did you get the point, all of you? So that becomes critical in exam, and that becomes critical in practical life also, whether given figure is including GST or excluding GST. So shall we? So write down question number 2 of self assessment. So computation of assessable value, that is transaction value. Is it clear to you, Ashima? Under section 15 of CGST Act. No, no, don't say okay. Is it clear to you? So, A point, can you tell me what is value of original value? Original value of supply of goods. So, original value of supply of goods is 6 lakh. Add interest for delay in payment. What is interest for delay in payment? It is 25,000. So can I say therefore assessable value is 6,25,000? Can I say this is the transaction value? Yes. But what is the assumption? There is a very important assumption. If I say notes and write first point assumption, given figures of rupees 6 lakh and rupees 25,000 are excluding GST. Did you understand? It also means that is wherever required GST is recovered separately. Did you get the point clearly? Wherever required GST is recovered separately. Can I go to second point, second note? As per section 15, subsection 2, clause D of CGST Act 2017, transaction value shall include interest, penalty, late fees, etc. paid by recipient of supply to supplier for delay in payment. Is it absolutely clear to all of you? Any doubt in this whatsoever? Is it getting 100% clear? Confirm by saying D in the chat window when you understand this and complete this in your notebook. Very good. Crystal clear. Wonderful. Now, I want to put a sub question to you. That sub question is, what would be your answer? What would be your answer given that rupees 6 lakh is excluding GST, but but any interest recovered but any interest recovered is including GST, in bracket rate of GST 18%. Then what will happen? Then what will happen? Such can be the terms. Such can be the terms of supply. That okay, the recipient of supply will pay the interest, but on interest he will not pay GST separately. Okay. So any interest recovered is including GST, as recipient of supply, you know, agreed to pay interest, but not GST, separately on such interest. It can happen, right? Practically. Yes or no? So how will you do the assessable value calculation now? So now, A point, original value of supply. What is the original value of supply? Do you agree that original value of supply is 6 lakh? Yes, sir. Original value of supply is 6 lakh. B point, add interest. But how do you want interest? But interest has to be excluding GST. So how will you calculate that? Your 25,000 into 100 by 118 will be excluding GST. Why? What is the logic? Logic is clear cut. 25,000 is equal to 118. That is 100 plus 18. So 100 is how much? So please do the calculation and tell me. So you wanted to say the same thing, Ashima ji? Yes or no? You please put up the equation, then you will get the correct. You please put up the logic, then you will get the correct equation. 25,000 is equal to 118. So 100 is how much? So how much you are getting? 25,000 into 100 divided by 118. Are you getting 21,186? Please get 21,186. Now can you tell me what is therefore assessable value? Is the assessable value 6,21,186? Are you getting it, all of you? Yes, no? Shall we go ahead, friends? Once you give me clearance, I'll go ahead. 100% done? Okay, I want to ask you one more sub question. That sub question goes like this. No prizes for guessing. That sub question goes like this. What shall be the assessable value if both rupees 6 lakh as well as rupees 25,000 is including GST at 18%? Very simple na then. If it is mentioned that any amount recovered from recipient of supply is including GST, then very simple, isn't it? Then A point, original value of supply 6 lakh, add interest, very good, add interest 25,000, you will get C point. Therefore, total 6 lakh 25,000 total is including GST. D point less GST at 18%. So you will do 6 lakh 25,000 into 18 by 118. So can you tell me what is the GST part? 6 lakh 25,000 into 18 divided by 118, 95,339. Can you minus 95,339? So you will get, therefore, assessable value, is your assessable value 5 lakh, correct? 5 lakh 29,661. Did you all understand? Yes, no? Once you are done with all these things, say D in the chat window so that I can go for one last question from this series and then I can take you to the rules. Yes, sir. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, friends, I need you to solve this question yourself. Solve in the sense, get the answer on your calci. Fifth question for all of you. Go ahead. Till the time I charge the power bank. Yes, please. Very nice question. Last question in this category. Very good. But have you missed out on something? I think you have missed out on something. Just rectify that and tell me. So don't be in a haste. Just rectify that one thing and tell me what should be your answer. Waiting for you. So see, KG Private Limited provides following particulars relating to goods sold to GK Private Limited. List price of goods is given exclusive of taxes and discounts. When I say exclusive of discount, it just means that discount is not yet considered. Okay, so your starting point is 10 lakh. It was exclusive of taxes. So taxes levied by municipal authority, you will add as per 15(2)(a). CGST and SGST you will neglect because already given 10 lakh is excluding taxes. Packing charges 15(2)(c), expenses incidental to supply, you will include them and they are not included in the price above, so you will have to add. Okay, KG Private Limited received 40,000 as subsidy from NGO, friends, other than government subsidy. So you will have to include it. Include means you will have to add 15(2)(e). Price of 10 lakhs is of course given also after considering such subsidy. That's why you are adding it, because it was deducted while computing this 10 lakh. But you need to include, so you will add. And Ashimaji, this KG Limited offers 2% discount on list price. List price is 10 lakh. On 10 lakh, please calculate discount of 2%, which works out to 20,000 rupees. Yes, I thought that you did the thing. So 20,000 you will minus from 10 lakh plus 20,000 plus 1 lakh plus 40,000. So 11 lakh 60,000 less 20,000. Final answer will be 11 lakh 40,000. Yes, understand what question you are asking is very critical question. Really nice question. It is recorded in the invoice is fine. But recorded in the invoice means what? 10 lakh was given, 1 lakh was given, 20,000 was given and 40,000 was given. And then they had shown in the invoice minus 20,000. Recorded in the invoice means it is taken care of in the invoice. Now that is the prerequisite of subtracting discount of 15(2)(a). So I will show you many invoices where discount is recorded. Rather, discount has to be recorded. But what you have to understand is, given price of 10 lakh is without giving effect to that discount of 20,000. So you will have to give effect to that discount. Yes, very good. So that way your final correct answer should be 11 lakh 40,000. Have you all followed it? I'm happy that now you got it. See, even if exclusive of discount, that word is not given. In the business terms, it is always to be understood that discount you will have to minus. Getting the point? Is it 100% clear? Shall we go ahead? Can we do quick presentation? So give the heading. It is question 5, self-assessment question. I hope here also you have said question to self-assessment question. So write down computation of assessable value, that is transaction value, under section 15 of CGST Act 2017. Particulars amount in terms of rupees. Did you get it? Shall we go ahead? Shall we discuss it? A point, list price of goods. Can I write 10 lakhs? Yes, sir. Have you done the columns? Yes, sir. B point, add. What will you add? You will add taxes levied by municipal authority. So, taxes levied by municipal authority. So, it is rupees 1 lakh. Then, CGST, SGST will neglect packing charges. Packing charges of 20,000 rupees. Then, subsidy by NGO. Subsidy by NGO 40,000 and less discount. So that discount is 10 lakhs into 2%, which is 20,000. So therefore, assessable value, that comes to 11 lakh 40,000. Is it 100% clear to you, Ashima ji? What would be the notes for this? Notes for this, can I give you just hints? In exam you will elaborate. First note is of 15.1. Second note is of 15.2a for taxes other than GST. Next note is for packing charges, that is 15.2c, that is expenses incidental to supply. Next note is for subsidy. So subsidies note is 15.2e, and next note is for discount. So discounts note you know is 15.3, in this case A, because it was discount given before supply. So once you follow all these notes also, you will say D in the chat window. Once you say D here, we can go ahead to our 15.4. Done. So happy till this point? Anything from 15.1 to 15.3 will you be able to tackle successfully? Just let me know. I'm reading your chat window. just putting the mobile for charge. So what happens? Your chat window remains active. Yes, sir. So 15.4 now. Section 15, subsection 4. Okay, if accessible value cannot be taken as transaction value. Did you get the point? Cannot be taken as transaction value. Why so? Why AV cannot be taken as TV? Because maybe supplier, recipient of supply, they are maybe related to each other, or maybe price is not the sole consideration. Means any one of the condition of section 15.1 is not getting satisfied, isn't it? So if AV cannot be taken as TV, then value shall be determined as per CGST rules, because it is said that value shall be determined as prescribed. So prescribed where? Prescribed in CGST rules. So CGST rules, rule number 27 to rule number 35. So shall we check what is there between 27 to 35? Very interesting. Compulsory weightage of 10 marks for this topic of value of supply. Very scoring also, interesting also. So value of supply 10 marks confirm, time of supply 5 marks confirm, place of supply 5 marks, composition levi 5 marks. So it's a very predictable syllabus, and you can keep on getting those marks. You can keep on understanding the concept, keep on adding marks in your kitty. Okay. Chalo. So I will talk about weightages as we go ahead, and really my dream marks for you is 80 plus in IDT, and I'm quite sure we all will achieve that, and that too systematically, doing majority of the things in the class itself with proper strategies and all. I'll give you. Yes. So 27 to 35 of CGST rules. Rule 27, what it talks about? It talks about calculating value of supply where price is not the sole consideration. Did you get the point? Means where there is consideration other than in terms of money. That is where there is consideration in terms other than money. Then how to find out the value is discussed in rule 27. Is it clear to all of you what is 27? So of course, as we go ahead, we'll discuss it in detail. So I was other day giving you one example that you went to a shop. That shop sold you iPhone 16 for 75,000, but you also gave your old iPhone. So as a shopkeeper, I got 75,000 rupees plus old iPhone. Getting it? So price is not sole consideration. That is where there is consideration in terms other than money. Is it clear? Shall we go ahead? Can I tell you what is 28? 28 is supply of goods or services between whom? Between related persons, between related persons or distinct persons, okay, other than through an agent, other than through an agent. Getting the point? So, if supply of goods is between related person, like holding company and subsidiary company, okay, or employer employee, then all these things are covered in 28, or they are between distinct persons. Distinct person means, distinct means different persons, but having same PAN. I'll give you example. My one unit is in Maharashtra, another unit is in West Bengal. My PAN is same, but GST numbers are different. Okay, now if I send my goods from my head office in Maharashtra to branch in West Bengal, this is supply. Now for this supply, how to compute value is discussed in rule number 28. Clear, Ashima? Or one more example I will tell you, Ashima. In Himachal Pradesh, have you seen South Indian Bank? Tell me honestly. If no, then say no. If yes, say yes. In Himachal Pradesh, have you seen South Indian Bank? If you say no, I will give you another example. Very good, you have seen. But do you agree that the South Indian Bank has its head office in Karnataka? Yes, South Indian Bank has head office in Karnataka, but one of its branch is in Himachal Pradesh. So when some services are given by HO in Karnataka to branch in Himachal Pradesh, that is supply. That is supply. As per section 7, schedule 1, certain activities are called as supply even if without consideration. So for this supply, how to calculate value? For this supply, how to calculate value discussed in rule number 28. Did you get the point? Rule 29. Supply of goods or services, or other goods only. Supply of goods through agent. Through an agent. Friends, whole of the CGST Act, including rules, is here. Okay, so any point of time you can ask me anything, and at a given point of time when your syllabus gets completed, we will at a stretch in about 120 minutes revise the whole syllabus. Like I will keep on saying, section 7 scope of supply, schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, section 8 taxability of composite and mixed supply, section 9 levy and collection. I will tell you 5 subsections. Section 10 composition levy, section 11 exemptions in GST. Read with notification number 12 by 2017 CT. Section 12 time of supply of goods, 13 time of supply of services, 14 time of supply when there is change in rate of GST, 15 value of supply. Then this rules, 16 ITC eligibility and conditions, 17 ITC apportionment and block credits, 18 ITC in special circumstances, 19 ITC in case of job work, 20 ITC in case of input service distributed, 22 to 30 registration, 31 tax invoice, 34 debit note credit note, 35 accounts and records, 36 period of retention of accounts and records, 37 to 48 filing of returns, 49 payment of GST, 50 interest for delay in payment of GST, 51 TDS, 52 TCS, 53 transfer of credits, 54 to 58 refunds, 59 to 63, 59 to 64 assessments, 65 66 audits, then demand and recovery 73 74, then advance ruling. So friends, this way we will go ahead and all 174 sections at one go we can revise, and important sections of IGST. And we will do this along with subsections, clauses, subclauses, provisos, rules. So once you have studied everything at one go in 120 minutes, we can revise everything. That will help your retention. We can revise everything and you can keep on listening to that audio. So in exam easily you connect with these things. Correct? So 29, supply of goods through an agent. 30 is residuary. Residuary means if provisions of if provisions of 27, 28 or 29 couldn't be applied, then you apply 30. Getting it? Then apply 30. Did you all understand? Then apply rule 30. In rule 30, assessable value is 110% of cost of goods slash services. If 30 cannot be followed, then follow 31. Okay, so 31 is again residuary, but residuary of 30. So if provisions of rule 30 also cannot be applied, then you can't say I will not do valuation. You have to do the valuation. That you have to do as per 31. Then apply rule 31. Then apply rule 31. In rule 31, valuation shall be done applying general principles of value of supply. Applying general principles of value of supply. Is it clear? To whom? To Ashima. Is it clear? Friends, there is 31A, 31B, 31C also. So when we go here, we will do the detailing of 31A, 31B, 31C. Then there is 32, which is for specified services. Valuation for specified services. In 32 there are clauses. 32.1, 32.2, 32.2A is there, 32.2B, 32.3, 32.4, 32.5, 32.6, 32.7. So clauses will be there. Getting it? So specified services valuation will be done in 32. 33 will be pure agent. What will be 33? Pure agent. If any amount is recovered as a pure agent, then that amount has to be excluded. So what it is, I will explain you when we go to 33. 34 is determination of rate of exchange. Determination of rate of exchange. How will you determine rate of exchange? How will you determine rate of exchange? in case of imports slash exports. And friends, 35 is finally your value of goods or services where given amount is including GST, where given amount is including GST. Getting it? Example, if 1,18,000 is including GST at 18%, how will you calculate the value? That is given in 35. So, value is equal to 1,18,000 into 100 divided by 118 equal to rupees 1 lakh. So, how do you find value? So, value is equal to value including GST multiplied by 100 divided by 100 plus rate of GST. Did you get the point? So that formality is completed in rule 35. Is it 100% clear to all of you? So this is your 27 to 35. Have you all got it till this point? Once done, say D in the chat window. So Ashima, what we can do, wherever you have from yesterday, wherever you have used this principle, you can just say, you can show off. How you can show off? Like this. As per 15(2)A of CGST Act, see your sum that we solved. Question number 1, we solved, na? Of value of supply. So as a CS student, I would not like to show off by taking iPhone or by any other thing. Simple way of show off is by quoting section numbers and rule numbers. So question number 1 we did now, value of supply. In that we have excluded GST na. So see this, fourth note, as per section 15 subsection 2 clause A of CGST Act 2017, TV shall include any taxes other than GST. Okay. In bracket you can say read with rule 35 of CGST rules. So wherever you have done 15 to A's calculation, you can just show that rule also. You can just show off that you know this rule. Getting it? As per 15 to A of CGST Act, read with rule 35 of CGST rules. Clear? My point is clear to you. Shall we go ahead? Shall we do one of the rule so that you will get confidence in that? And it's very, very important from exam perspective what we are going to do now. So not starting with 27, but starting somewhere with 32. So going to rule number 32, that's why I did not expand 32 right now, because 32.1 to 32.7, what it holds, we are going to start doing it today itself, right now. So shall we start? 32. So I have given you all the rules here. You can go to 32. 32.1. 32.1. What is 32.1 saying? Notwithstanding anything contained in the provisions of this chapter means chapter of rules, value in respect of supplied specified below shall at the option of supplier be determined in the manner provided hereinafter. So can I say 32 is optional? Rule 32 is optional. So rule 32 is optional for specified services. Okay, but when selected, but when you select that you will do valuation as per 32, but when selected, these provisions shall override. These provisions shall what? Override. These provisions shall override other provisions of this chapter. Means in that when you select 32, then valuation will be done as per 32 itself. Then don't go for TV and all those things. Is it clear, Ashima ji? This is all what is discussed in 1. Can I go to sub-rule 2? So 1 is not talking about any specific service. It is just giving you general idea. If you are okay, we will go to sub-rule 2. Yes, sir. So sub-rule 2 is, read what it is. It is foreign exchange services. What is sub-rule 2? It is foreign exchange services. Now friends, it has got clause A and clause B. Any one of the two can be followed. Any one of the two can be followed. Getting it? So now, in short, I can say that clause B is optional. Okay, foreign exchange services means what is happening? Dollars are given, rupees are taken. There is suppose Thomas Cook. You know Thomas Cook? Thomas Cook is giving you dollars and taking rupees from you. They are giving you a service of foreign exchange. Do you agree with me? So they will earn some amount from this. So as we go ahead now, I'll show you invoice also for this. I have maintained the invoice also for this. For you all, I have maintained invoice also. Okay. So can I tell you how valuation happens in this case? So understand, understand the profit which they earn, how you have to calculate that profit. That is given in this clause A. The value of supply of services in relation to purchase or sale of foreign currency, including money changing, shall be determined by supplier of service in the following manner. 32.2a. For a currency when exchanged from or to Indian rupees, value shall be equal to difference in the buying rate or selling rate, as the case may be, and the Reserve Bank of India reference rate for that currency at that time multiplied by total units of that currency. I know you did not understand anything. No problem. I will tell you what exactly they are trying to say. First, let's note it. What is the value? Value is difference between buying rate slash selling rate and RBI reference rate. So friends, in 2 minutes it will get clear when we check example on this. Okay, so just have patience for 2 moments. There is one Reserve Bank of India reference rate that will be compared with buying rate or selling rate as the case may be. And then if it can happen that for certain currencies RBI reference rate is not available, for some XYZ countries this RBI reference rate is not available, then the value shall be 1% of gross amount of Indian rupees. So if RBI reference rate is not available, what is not available? RBI reference rate is not available. Then accessible value is equal to 1% of INR involved. Okay, you will understand this as we check the what as we check example, you will understand this. And sometimes it may happen that none of the currency exchanged is rupees. Okay, where neither of the currencies exchanged is INR. Okay, then what will you do? Value shall be equal to 1% of lesser of the two amounts the person changing the money would have received by converting any of the two currencies in INR on that day at the reference rate provided by RBI. Don't take tension, pay attention. Wow, don't take tension, pay attention. Okay, see how poetic. Pay attention. If none of currencies are rupees, if none of the currencies are rupees, then convert both in INR. Suppose dollars is converted to pounds, then convert both in INR by applying RBI reference rate. Okay, consider accessible value is equal to 1% of lower of above 2. Okay, now for 2 minutes just copy this, then we will go to example. I am quite sure, 110% sure you will understand it. So once you complete copying this, not understanding, copying this, you say D in the chat window. Tax has to be learnt with examples only, guys. Just complete copying this. That's it. That's my expectation. Done. Wonderful. So go to one example now. I'm showing you one example. Go to that example. Question number 11. Are you there? Question number 11 in your TOS VOS. Question 11. Messrs. Money Express India. Sitting with Kelsey's, all of you. Jaipur is authorized money changer registered under FEMA. It enters into following transactions of money changing. Okay, it sold $10,000 at $1 is 71. So friends, it has sold at $1 is equal to 71. But what is the RBI reference rate? RBI reference rate for $1 is 70. So how much profit it has made? It has sold for 71, but RBI reference rate is 70. So 1 rupee per dollar is profit. Do you agree with me? You will be selling at more than RBI reference rate. And how many such dollars you have sold? 10,000. So what's the profit? 10,000 rupees. So this 10,000 becomes accessible value. Tell me, is it clear to all of you? This is what we were discussing, the difference between buying selling rate and RBI reference. Is it clear to you? Just check what is the profit earned on converting the foreign currency in rupees. The profit was 1 rupee per dollar and such $10,000. So government says pay GST on this 10,000 as accessible value. Is it 100% clear? Now purchased 1000 euros at 1 euro is equal to 70. Now RBI reference rate for euro is 71, but you have bought it for 70. You made a profit of 1, coincidentally 1, and such 1000 euros. So can I say 1000 is the accessible value? And then purchase 1000 GBP at 1 GBP is equal to 99, and RBI reference rate is 100. So 100 minus 99 into 1000. So it is again 1000. Are you all understanding this? Did you understand? Rather, no need to learn the formula. Of course, if bank is transacting, they are going to transact at profit itself. Have you 100% understood? Shall we go ahead? Now, sold 50,000 units of currency ABC. Can you see RBI reference rate for ABC? There is no RBI reference rate for ABC. So what to do? So what to do? Do 50,000 into 15. That is what you will get by converting in rupees. Of that, take 1%. Of that, take 1%. It is given that when RBI reference rate is not available, then accessible value shall be 1% of that currency, okay, converted in INR. Did you understand? So are you getting like 750 rupees? Okay. Is it 7,500? Okay. What is 50,000 into 15%? Oh, sorry, 50,000 into 15. It is 7,50,000 into 1 divided by 100. You are right. It is 7,500. You are right. Absolutely correct. Any doubt till this point, guys? Such question is asked in the exam. Any doubt till this point? Now, 9680 US dollars are sold for 6800 GBP. Can you convert 9680 US dollars into 70? Tell me how much it is. And also calculate 6800 GBP into 100. I know this is 6,80,000. So what is 9680 into 70? Is it 6,76,000? Sorry, 6,77,600. Check whichever is lower. This is lower. Of this, 1% shall be accessible value. So accessible value shall be 6776. Did you understand? All of you? 100%. If you say yes, then we will go ahead and do the solution of this. So I give you 1 minute. Analyze this. Analyze this and reply to me whether you have understood this to the extent of 100%. Yes, yes. What we are doing, yes, yes. What we are doing, we are taking RBI reference rate, multiplying the currency exchanged, means like 9680 US dollar, we are multiplying by 70, and then 6800 GBP, both we are calculating in terms of rupees, and wherever the figure is less, we are taking that figure and multiplying it by 1%. Getting it? Ashima, clear? 100%. Anyways, now very good. We will go ahead and solve this. I am 100% sure you will understand this. Okay, just give me one moment. Have you analyzed this well? Chalo. If you have analyzed it well, let us do the presentation part of it. Already done the presentation for you, already done all possible work for you. Yes, so friends, check, check. Are you all with me? Can you see this solution? Can you see this solution? This is which question number? This is question number 11. Okay. Can we do the presentation together? All of you with me? Last thing for today we are doing this. Okay. So this presentation, then our session is done. Then we are done for the day. Chalo, with me all of you. So see, value of taxable supply of services of money changing as per rule 32 2A and GST payable thereon shall be determined as follows. Okay. So particulars amount in terms of rupees. A transaction, sale of US dollars 10,000. It comes to rupees 10,000. How it is 10,000? Selling rate minus RBI reference rate multiplied by units of foreign currency sold. So this though you could have framed on the spot that 71 is selling rate, 71 that is selling rate minus RBI reference rate, that is 71 minus 70 into 10,000. Then purchase of 1000 euros, RBI reference rate minus buying rate multiplied by units of foreign currency purchased. Then comes purchase of 1000 GBP. Show it again and come to 1000. Once you have reached 1000, let me know by saying D in the chat window. Okay, if I'm is it properly visible, Ashima ji? Or should I go away from, should I disappear for a moment? If you want, I'll disappear for a moment. Complete the calculations. As you complete till C point, you let me know. Then you can show sale of 50,000 units of currency ABC. In that case, 1% of gross amount of currency exchanged in INR because RBI reference rate was not available. Then comes direct conversion of GBP into US dollars. Value of service is 1% of lower of 1 and 2. So in these cases, you have converted foreign currency into INR by applying RBI reference rate. So friends, complete it, even get total value and also get to GST payable at 18%. And as you complete it, please say D in the chat window. And if at any point you want me to scroll up or explain anything, let me know accordingly. You are on to which point, Ashima ji? You are on to E point. Okay, very good. I hope it's 100% clear till this point. Wonderful. So I hope guys you all have completed this. So that's it for today's session. In tomorrow's session, then we will go ahead and check what happens in this B case. B case in the sense in this clause B. Clear with all of you? So once again, I take this opportunity to thank all of you for trusting this learning and coming up for this CA final batch. And friends, if you want to subscribe for the main batch, very simple. You have to get connected with me on this contact number, your one-stop solution 9028 777 829. And yes, so all your doubt solving as well as admission process will happen on this number. As you WhatsApp us, you will get all the details of the batch. And I'll just tell you the details right now also. It's a batch of 150 hours, a detailed batch in which you're maintaining provisions and concepts notebook as well as sums notebook, and doing GST in depth along with me. And then of course we are going to send you copy of this notebook at periodic intervals, so that if you have missed out on anything you can cover that. Okay. Yes, and further you will be given, a soft copy notes in a drive. I have given you drive link to those who have taken the admission in the main batch. There will be a lot of mock test papers topic wise as well as 200 marks mock test papers that will be conducted. Further, 1 month prior to exam, there will be a revision batch. Okay, so everything is part of this package. So please go ahead. Our main motto is making you good professionals, making you good chartered accountants, and of course clearing GST and customs with 80 plus score, and that too smoothly without any glitches. So thank you so much. Do keep our channel subscribed, which is CA Pratik Neve, and I'll find you in the next session, which will be again conducted tomorrow, and we'll continue our topic of value of supply. God bless you all. See you in next session. Till then, keep studying, keep smiling. Your tax mentor, CA Pratik Neve from team Zest Learning, signing off for today's